Welcome back to Popcorn.
Popcorn time.
Your cable access.
We don't really have
pop culture
popcorn
show
today, but you know, just
it's okay.
imagine
We have sodas.
We got sody. Yeah, that's our health food. So, what's going on in the old culture, Matt?
Well, all kinds of great stuff. I would say that Deadpool is the latest movie I've seen, but it's probably one of the best.
And even though we're making this episode, like 3 weeks after it came out, I think you can guess that it's at least 3 more weeks it's going to be in theaters, or maybe go to the color of theater eventually. But this is a really huge hit. I mean, I was just shocked that there was that many people. It's a really good movie, but sometimes it's like, well, if you're a minor, like I guess Ant-Man did really good too, even though that wasn't a huge character.
Right.
So the whole, every once in a while somebody does go, oh, like, ooh, are we making too many comic book movies? Are those going to die out? Is it overload? Doesn't seem to be if Deadpool is going through the roof. I heard that had a higher debut than freaking Avatar debut weekend. Of course, Avatar, people didn't know exactly it was Avatar until like, oh my God, what is this? So pretty amazing. And then to make it an R movie, I mean, I just think that's encouraging that you don't always have to go the PG-13 route to make. Especially
when the target audience of these movies are people, I think in 30s and 40s. I mean, that grew up with the comics. I mean, sure, maybe some kids are seeing them. Yeah. I don't really know how many people are still reading the comics nowadays. I couldn't tell you what the storylines were anymore, or what new characters or anything. Yeah, the weird thing about that character, Deadpool, I mean, I think I just barely got into the introduction of the character. It was like in the 90s or something. And he was fighting. They mentioned did you stay through the end credit sequence, whatever? He mentioned that Cable was going to be in the next movie. That's how I remember him first as an adversary for Cable and like the New Mutants or X-Force. They changed their name to X-Force at some point. So I read that stuff. But then apparently at some point the character went off in a whole different direction. Like he became meta. He talks to the. Is it where he's in a comic book and that kind of stuff. So apparently he's still really popular. But I have no idea. Like I didn't know that he was scarred or something, like physically. Yeah, it's been so long. I mean, I remember liking the character, and when he came out, it was kind of when I was kind of getting out of the comics anyway. I didn't read him as much, but I don't remember a ton about him. Just other than I thought the look was cool. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I used swords and guns, which is kind of just a mix, and then. The meta thing that you brought up too. Yeah. I mean, the movie they play on that where he's talking to the audience, breaking the fourth wall, and that was fun. And I don't know. I mean, just overall, it was a great film. Just because a lot of jokes are really funny. Yeah. How they told the story in the beginning was cool. How they kept flashing back to like the scene on the highway, basically being frozen, and kind of built up to that to where you finally saw the fight scene. Yeah. I guess in retrospect, I like Colossus. He looked more realistic, I guess. But at first, I kind of thought that. He didn't really look like what I remember him looking like from the comics, which is kind of a real shiny, metallic look to him. And here was a little more dull. But I guess that really, looking back on it, that's kind of more realistic than his brief appearance in like Days of Future Past that maybe looked a little cheesy, I guess. Yeah. And then also he had the Russian accent, which he is Russian in the comics, so I'm glad they stuck with that. I think the other movies, he didn't have a lot of speaking parts, but when he did speak, he didn't sound like he was Russian. I thought I heard a little accent. It could have been because it was so brief. Like in Days of Future Past, it was so brief what he said. It was hard to tell. But
you're saying that's the one where you couldn't detect the accent,
right?
Oh yeah.
Deadpool definitely.
What did he get? Like killed in the first 5 minutes or something of Days of Future Past?
Something like that. Okay. A lot of them were though. Yeah.
And he's like, it's weird how like he appeared just briefly in a previous X-Men movie.
Like help the kids get out of the house, and that was it. It
is funny because that is a character I would have thought like maybe before Ant-Man, maybe Colossus would have gotten a movie or something. Pretty cool.
He was my favorite character as a kid. I mean, Wolverine was up there too, but I guess maybe Colossus wasn't as popular.
Yeah. Or maybe there is just that notion of like maybe the CGI is too much to do.
That's true, and maybe they've finally been able to do it right. But the battle scene between Colossus and Deadpool was hilarious. Punching him and breaking his hand. It's just like, and then
really good stuff.
Yeah, and then his hand, when it gets torn off and it grows back as the little hand.
Pretty awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So you got your comedy, and then they didn't stint it all on it's still a superhero action movie. So 2 thumbs up for as if it needed more help from us. 2 thumbs.
I was also hoping that maybe that helicarrier at the end was. Maybe they would tie him in with the Avengers, but I guess that probably isn't happening. That's just something they threw in there because they could.
Again, all they had was the meta reference at the end. Like, what are you expecting?
Sam
Nick Fury? Sam Jackson to show up at the end
with an eye patch.
I absolutely knew like if they were gonna. hadn't heard a thing about it, but absolutely. They're doing an end credit sequence. They're gonna do the Ferris Bueller thing of like.
Yeah, well, I didn't expect that, but that was cool. That was funny. And just him in the costume and the robe. I forgot that was a reference to that until my friend reminded me. But speaking of Days of Future Past, real quick, have you seen the Rogue cut?
Yeah, parts of it. Yeah.
Okay, well, I watched it on cable a week or so ago, and. I mean, again, I didn't realize they cut her completely out of the theatrical version.
So weird.
And, except for the very end scene where he comes back. But, she played a pretty major role in that. And I guess they figured, really, when you look at the plot, you could easily take it out and not. Yeah. I mean, even though a few things changed, the movie still made sense and everything. But I thought that was interesting. It was kind of a half-hour scene that they took out of them rescuing her and her coming in and. Taking over for Kitty Pryde. But.
It was cool to watch it. I mean, I do feel like the movie was already, for me, I think it's a solid movie. For me, for some reason, it drags a little bit. So I do think they thought, okay, what can we, it does make that whole future thing a little one-dimensional, though, because the whole thing is just them sort of standing around her and then fighting off sentinels, whereas it added a little extra, we've got a little caper job we got to do here. So. Yeah, I thought I caught that on cable. I got my free premium cable weekend, so I caught a bit of the Rogue cut. So, what else? I guess you didn't see The Witch, huh?
I did not. I heard a couple of reviews that basically said it was pretty boring for the first hour, and it was just about like the Puritan lifestyle, and they maybe should have weaved in the horror a little sooner.
Maybe, yeah, I can see that. I mean, at one point I saw it with. Teacher here, Wesley Whitfield, at one point I whispered to him, the real horror is people had to live like this. Because it is in, I think it's 19th or 18th century, something like that. It's like Salem witch time. Yeah. So that's like 17th century, I guess. And it's in New England, so it's got that whole, the weird thing is that they really tried to mimic, I think, as closely as possible the way people talk. So much more thicker accents than still speaking in English, but like they're fresh off the boat from wherever, England. They sounded kind of Scottish to me. So that was, and they really kind of immerse you. It's like if you ever wanted to see what it's like to live in that time, especially if you go off and you're not in the community anymore, you're off on your own and you're just making your own crops. It really hasn't. It's kind of like The Shining off in the woods, and the reason I'm seeing the guy like chopping wood. He just reminded me a lot of that Jack Torrance character in The Shining. Like he's so going so crazy. I'm just gonna chop some more wood, even though I got a mountain of wood pile over here. So, yeah, they really, it does. In case you're wondering, it does get pretty supernaturally and kind of like satanic. And if you're not into that kind of stuff, it's kind of creepy. But yeah, if you can hang on through the slow parts or whatever, it does build up to some good creepy stuff. So I recommend that. And 999's just a sort of somewhat standard kind of capers, whatever, ex-military guys. Seems like that's a thing in movies, like ex-military, and he's robbing banks now. So yeah, there's a lot of and there's like betrayals and all that. It's kind of like Heat or what's that other movie, The Town, a little bit like that. So Where to Invade Next. Good Michael Moore movie, just came out. He goes around to various countries and he claims he's invading them, and he keeps planting the flag. I'm going to plant the flag. Not a fan?
No, I'm really not. I mean, especially if he really wants to do documentaries, that's fine. But I mean, some of the ways, some of his other movies, I mean, some of the stuff in it wasn't true. So how can you trust him?
I do, and that the one thing I wonder, you get to come away from this movie. It's pretty much like he goes to all these various like European countries, as he says, like mostly Caucasian, whatever, and he finds things that supposedly work really well within that country, like either their education system or their prison system or whatever. I wish somebody could do, and I don't necessarily need a refutation of the movie. I wish I know that some of the things, obviously people look at something like the war on drugs and the general consensus, we kind of totally wasted our time or resources on that. Yeah. I don't know what we could have done differently, but like in one place it's just completely decriminalized.
Right.
And apparently it's worked out okay. They're not, but then again, I wonder too, is like, well, is it okay because they're much smaller? All these are like really small countries compared to us.
Right, and that's, like Bernie Sanders. That's what I would say about Bernie Sanders. I mean, he's the one candidate who I think practices what he preaches, which is good. Yeah. But would his ideas work here? I mean, if they work in Sweden, great. But that's a such smaller country with a lot of differences. So.
And it seems like it's much easier to get if you have an idea that you want to sell that you think works, and it's much easier to get the overall populace behind that idea. Whereas here, 50 opinions are
and
going to
there's a lot. We have a lot more differences in our population than a smaller European country might. And those things have changed certainly too over the years. But I don't know. I mean, not to get into politics, but
so that it did make it. I mean, it sort of comes away a little bit as like America sucks. All these other places rock.
Right.
But he does get a lot of laughs out of visiting these places.
I just remember his first big documentary, the one about Flint, Michigan. What was that called? I forget the name.
Roger and Me.
Yeah, Roger and Me. So, I mean, that was a good one, I thought. But then it turns out like there was, in the movie or in the film, I think there was like a news report that they show as if it's a real news report, but it was all made up.
Really?
And like,
Did they create it?
Yeah, he created it. So to me, I was like, after I saw that, I'm like, well, God, I was under the impression that was a real news anchor reading a real news story, and then it wasn't real. So I'm like, is this a documentary or not?
Yeah. And even if it's just like, I think overall, if you added up my guess, just my suspicion, haven't verified it. My suspicion is that like the totality of what you're seeing is true, whatever. But if you're throwing in just even little falsities here and there, that it does make people question a little bit.
It does, and I guess you could say, well, it isn't really, if the whole general story is true, then maybe that's not that big of a deal. But I tend to. I mean, being a former journalist, you got to think of the details, and if one of your details is wrong, well, you strive for accuracy in the entire piece, whether it's a minute long or whether it's an hour and 30 minutes long.
It almost and he is much more in this movie and doing interviews. So part of it is it's almost like with some of these movies, it probably would be better or at least more genuine if he just said this is like sort of a combination of documentary and performance art.
Yeah,
right?
And that's fine, right. If you're upfront about it, that's okay.
And
well, just in today's world, I mean, so many people just express their opinion as fact now.
Oh, right,
I'm just getting sick of that.
My favorite example of that recently, and this is, not to get too, but why not? Everybody else is getting political. So Carly Fiorina, not in the race anymore, but she kept saying something about how she saw an aborted fetus, or like she saw a Planned Parenthood, a surreptitious video in a Planned Parenthood thing where they had delivered a baby, and she's like, if you saw a baby like that, just clinging to life, and somebody saying, we got to kill it, or whatever, you would be as horrified as I did. And Bill Maher talks about this thing of that, just asserting something as true, where he's like, that video doesn't actually exist. Apparently in one of those little videos, thing they created, they maybe did a simulation. They created their own little like animated kind of thing or something. I don't know. I haven't seen. But so Bill Maher's like, that video she claims she saw of a fetus, that's not true. You can only see it on Netflix. Yeah. So well, of course, it's been lamented too. That just news and opinion and all that stuff has been so blurred back and forth. Yeah, I'm seeing Brian Williams is back on. He's in the Siberia of MSNBC, so he's the ultimate like. I remember when I was taking some fire. Yeah.
Boy, talk about a career crashing and burning. That's man. But I mean, you can't do that. You're supposed to be trusted.
Exactly.
Now the question is, was he really making it up, or did he really not remember? I mean, did he really think that happened? I don't know. I mean. Yeah. But either way, you probably can't have him be in the face of your news. And I've always been a fan of Lester Holt anyway. So I like Lester Holt.
He's done a good job.
But I don't know. I mean, he was your next Tom Brokaw, and now he's basically disgraced.
Yeah, and it's amazing at all that he's even hardly anybody watches MSNBC, so it's not like a big deal. But it's amazing at all that he's not running his own show, but he shows up for this election coverage. Yeah. He's turning up a lot for this stuff, so it's a job. He's still got a job anyway.
I guess right. They could have fired him, or well, who knows? He's under contract, so they probably would have to pay him millions anyway. So
who knows? I mean,
I don't know how it works, but
well, either way, thank God Brian Williams still has a job. Thank God Leo finally got his Oscar. Oh. Wasn't that?
Don't get me started on that.
Why?
Well, I have, for a celebrity that lives the lifestyle he lives, to be complaining about climate change. I'm pretty sure you're flying around in a private jet.
Somebody mentioned that he did, like within the past month or two, he'd been on a private jet like 6 times or something. Yeah.
I mean, what is someone like that doing to help the problem is all I'm saying. If he really thinks that he's helping just by saying something, I don't know.
Supposedly movies, they are not great for, like, they do a lot of environmentally
right,
friendly
they probably
things.
have, like, trucks running all day long. Like,
they do. Yeah. They do, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I heard that Chris Carter, we can talk a little bit about the X-Files, I guess, but apparently when he got back, when he made, like, X-Files 2, that's, like, one thing he really wanted to do is, like, when you're not needing a truck, you turn it off or whatever. Yeah. Let's try to make this let's recycle. Let's not just all the sets and stuff we build. Let's not just throw it in a landfill or something like that.
Right. Like,
or leave stuff behind. You know?
Exactly. And that's probably works. Probably more often than not that stuff's happening.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's a hard. It's got to be a hard process to work on a movie for 6 months or whatever. But yeah, I mean.
But Leo's got it. He made that movie. What was it? The 11th Hour. He made one of those Al Gore type movies. So of course he's got to. And indigenous people, that's his new thing.
Well, according to Al Gore, we should have been, wasn't it like last year, we should have been underwater, like whatever he predicted? Like,
are we not underwater now? Well, I got to admit, I mean, who knows what's going to happen with all that. On one level, I'm kind of like, in my lifetime, probably not going to matter. I don't have kids.
But I don't understand, like, if you do question it, then you don't believe in science. Well, again, another viewpoint I think is a little absurd. And I'm not a scientist, so I mean, you guess you have to trust the scientists, but on the same time, when you say the hottest year on record, we have 150 years of records for a planet that's been around for 6 billion years. Isn't that a statistical blip on the radar?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
It really, of course, all this does depend on like where you're at and whatnot. I mean, I supposedly if you're at a place where you're on some island place or whatever, near a coast, where it's like Missouri, I've heard like the worst that's going to happen to us is we're going to have like beachfront property, or it's going to be awesome here. I don't know, but and everybody goes back to the whole thing where they originally predicted like an ice age. Like that was first going to be the problem. And apparently that even like that it's not just the heat, like. If we could go into some cycle of like super cooling, so
it could, and I'm not knocking science, but let's just be honest, science is always evolving. So what they think was right 10 years ago then changes. Coffee. One day coffee's bad for you, the next day it's good for you, the next day it's bad. So just again, I think it is okay to be a little bit skeptical. No matter what side you're on.
I've discovered that coffee is it can be good for you, but if you drink too much, you're gonna have problems.
I like the caffeine, and I drink it black, so I'm not putting in all the sugar and milk. That certainly can, you'll have
one thing I discovered recently is putting in too much of this like artificial sweetener stuff. It's got something in it that like messes with you a little bit.
Probably.
So don't put in too much of that. So
we're getting off topic here.
I know. Let's talk into the gastrointestinal.
Yeah.
Speaking of intestines flying around, how about The Walking Dead?
It's it's cool. Again, I haven't read the comics, and I know a lot of people are excited for like the Jesus character was in the comics. They're excited to see him, so that's cool. I do think I'm hoping the next episode will be a little more action packed, and it probably will be if they're going after Negan finally.
Yeah.
But it is funny how they've just become this. I mean, they're the protagonists, of course, but then they're also these just badasses. And really have to wonder, are they
right?
Are they protagonists or maybe not? I mean, I guess they're not. Usually, it is self-defense when they're doing these things. So they're not out just like, if they would have gone into that place and just killed everybody,
right?
That would have been a different story. So I would say they still are, but they're pretty dirty. But they have to be, I guess, in that world. So.
And of course they've had the thing where they've tried to be nice to people before, and then they get screwed over. They come to Terminus going, hey, paradise, and then you're in a friggin' train car or whatever.
I just love Rick now though. He's just killing people with his bare hands, ripping their throats out, and then this time with his fingers he just like.
I know. Was that a finger? I thought he had a knife.
Oh, did he? Yeah, okay, I thought they were just his fingers that he stuck in there.
Oh, maybe he did. That's some of those scenes. It's a little hard to tell what's going on.
Yeah, it is.
And by the way, you don't have to do the whole like mirroring thing or repeating a scene you've done. Yeah, we've seen the scene before where he stabs a guy and then the guy bleeds all over his face. I mean, how many times we have to see Rick looking like a complete maniac with blood all over his face? But he did say something like when they acted as if like they might just turn him away. He's like, "Oh, we're not leaving here without nothing, and we didn't come all this way for nothing. We're definitely." It seemed like we were back to sort of Alexander. We'll just take this place if these dummies don't know how to fight and whatnot. So. Yeah, apparently Jesus can fight and hang on to cars and trucks and get out of all kinds of knots and. But yeah, the one thing I don't get is like they talk about how it's so hot it is when they're working on this thing, and it never looks like it's at all cold or that you would need to be wearing a friggin' huge leather jacket and a ski cap. Is it just like maybe you're protected a little bit more?
Yeah.
In case the chompers come after you.
I guess,
or something?
yeah.
I don't know.
Style.
Seems a little goofy. Style, yeah, but
Yeah.
not practical. So.
I know.
Oh well, so yeah, and then I thought they had a pretty good comeback for their second 8 weeks with that whole spoiler alert, that whole dispatching of an entire family in less than 5 minutes. That was pretty brutal stuff.
That was.
And it's like, oh, you thought that was too much? How about having Carl get shot in the eye?
Yeah. that was a great scene too. Dad, just his eyes bleeding like.
Man, when I first saw that in the comic book, I swear they made it look like. To me, it made it look like part of his head was missing. I was like, oh, well, he's dead. And then it's like at the end of the, he's like, nah, he's all bandaged up. So yeah, they said it's a ricocheted off of whatever, some kind of eye bone, whatever the heck you call this here. So
that stupid kid that shot him, I'm glad he's dead.
Oh yeah,
he was terrible.
That dude,
yeah,
he was destined.
It's sad the little kid got eaten up, but he was a coward anyway.
Yeah,
had to hide up in the top floor of his house or whatever.
Was it Sam, I think his name was?
Yeah, and then I am sad his mom died because she's hot.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved her character from American Horror Story, the maid.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was great.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Alexander Breckenridge. There's this other movie called Zipper, in which I think they do show some stuff. Anyway, she plays a prostitute, so you can guess where that goes. Zipper. That's a good one. So yeah, Walking Dead. I mean, it is weird how they'll do this really fast pace or action, and then I don't know. I was sort of into the one with him and Daryl just doing their road trip.
Yeah, it got a little boring.
It gets a little boring.
That's how the show is, though, right?
Yeah.
They'll have a couple episodes that are exciting, and then one or two that are kind of.
And I think it's just because it's so expensive and time-consuming to do the really hard episodes that they have to do these slower things. And of course, that did end with him and Michonne, so that was kind of a cool. If you're a shipper, if you're a believer in Rick Schoen or Mick, whatever you want to call it, gonna make up cutesy little names. So do you want to say anything about Donald Trump since everybody else is? I don't really care. No comment.
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's just
Is it a joke or a complete joke, or is there some?
I think I mean, he seems to be a joke.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan. I don't know. I mean,
no, I'm not a fan either.
Definitely not. I don't think I could vote for him.
No.
But I'm not going to vote for Hillary Clinton either. So
yeah,
then
that's same here.
So I mean, maybe this is when Gary Johnson finally gets like 2% of the vote instead of
Gary
1%.
Johnson?
The Libertarian.
Oh, okay.
So he's run the past few elections, but no one knows who he is.
Yeah. It's just insane. I really go back to two things I heard when this guy first declared. One of them was Jimmy Kimmel saying this is all pretty hilarious and it's going to continue to be hilarious right up until the moment that the White House is spray painted gold or whatever. And then the other guy was apparently this guy Jonathan Brandmeier. He was on one of the sort of regular apprentices, not the Celebrity Apprentice. And he didn't win or whatever, but now he has his own radio show. It's just Johnny B or Jonathan Brandmeier, like Saturday nights or something. And I think he's sort of a fan of Trump, but he was also kind of joking like, man, can you imagine like 7 years into the Trump presidency where like he said something like weird image, like wearing diapers and driving dune buggies like in Mad Max. He'd be like, yeah, it all started back when Donald Trump got elected president.
Yeah. Well, I understand that, some people have the sentiment that we're sick of the establishment and we need someone new. But, as Donald, I mean, he hasn't been in Washington, but he's certainly connected to a lot of those people through his donations and things like that. So it isn't like he's no connection to anybody in D.C. And then, too, just his past connections to Clinton. I mean, that just is weird. I mean, they were friends. He donated money to them, and of course, all these other people. And now they're running against each other, and they hate each other all of a sudden. So I don't know. Is it? I mean, the whole, kind of one conspiracy is he was there to help Hillary, but he's the front runner, so looks like he's going to get the nomination, isn't he? So then he's going to be running probably against Clinton.
And he's going to be slinging mud why not, right? I mean, if you've got a lot to work with here.
I don't know. It's like the South Park. Every election's between a turd and a douche, turd sandwich and a douche, or whatever it is. And this one is really, I mean, this will come to fruition to me if that's what it is. And again, everyone has their opinions. You can support who you want to support, but I don't think I'd be able to vote for either one of those folks.
No, that's pretty. I mean, again, I'm some of Hillary's ideas, I guess I would be behind, but I just can't take the whole idea of like, again, we're not running a monarchy here. So another Bush, that would have bothered me too if Jeb had got. I'm glad Jeb has faded, because I just thought, why a third Bush president? Will we actually do that? So it's and I think this is a similar. It's weird to connect those two, but they both. The one thing that to me connects Trump and Hillary is that they are both seem perfectly willing. Whatever they got to say in the moment that people want to hear, they'll change that tune and say it. Like, she was not going to be talking that liberal of a game during her campaign. She was going to be a lot more like, I'm the centrist, and the Republicans are nuts over there. She didn't want to be this radical or progressive or whatever with her ideas, but of course Bernie started getting ready. Oh, now suddenly I've got to really start talking a lot more about whatever decriminalization or not, reducing prison sentences or prison reform, and she wasn't going to talk about that. And helping, she might have talked about wage inequality or something like that a little bit, but she wouldn't have hit it that hard.
Just with her, I mean, my issues are to kind of play the for the little guy, but you're not.
Oh yeah.
So we know you people are millionaires, and you're connected to Wall Street just as much as any Republican is, and you also were for the Iraq War. So, for anyone who was mad at the Republicans or Bush for that, I mean, to vote for her, that's, And I guess, again, though, it all depends on, who the choices are at the time. And, if that's the party you support, then those folks are probably going to vote for her because she is a Democrat, even if she maybe did side on some of those same issues with people that they haven't supported in the past.
And I think at a certain point you're just going to see this ridiculous. I mean, I think there's going to be like a huge push for like, she's the first woman. Like they've started doing that, but I think once she becomes the candidate, it's going to be like, come on, let's make history. So why? And just I don't know. Maybe you have an idea on this. She's rich. Trump's rich. Personally, I'm not really a fan of anybody rich. Personally, just in general. I mean, you're probably a good person, maybe, but I'm just like, I'm skeptical of like, what do you do with your money? Or are you trying to manipulate? If you're just using it all like for good stuff, okay, I don't know. I'm a little skeptical. But like, they're like super rich, right? Or they're in the 1%. And so why are people like going with Trump? Like, is it just so, like, does he promote more the idea of like, I'm rich and I can make you rich too, sort of thing? Is that the notion? Or?
Possibly, yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I'm rich and I'm not I'm like somehow not beholden to anybody because of my wealth. Whereas with Hillary, I've got my wealth because I'm connected to these other people, sort of thing.
Yeah, I get. Well, I mean, again, just it's hard to pin down, I guess. But I think some people might have the attitude that Hillary is, been in politics for how many?
She's given speeches.
How many years?
As opposed to made companies. Or
right.
Like
and Trump maybe, he's kind of, even though his dad helped him and he got a big loan from his dad, he didn't build all of that from scratch, but he did make it more successful. And then too, I think there's just something to be said in our society of just someone being outrageous and saying outrageous things, which is what he's done. So
the whole Matt Taibbi has a good article on just the whole his thing is performance. He really understands. Yeah, he doesn't treat him. I mean, he thinks he's a idiot on some levels, but he thinks that he's really got a sense of how to he's treating this whole like it's a joke in a way, but it's a reality contest. He's participated in a reality show before, so he knows how to manipulate things. So.
Anyway, that's what I mean. He's more of a celebrity really than a candidate. But I don't know. I guess a lot of these people nowadays you could say that about. Yeah. I don't know.
Speaking of our final big ideological clash of our times, Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Dawn of Justice. Are you psyched or?
No, I mean, I'll see it. I will see it.
But you're a little skeptical.
Yeah, because it just, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Ben Affleck. I mean, he's okay, but.
Ben Affleck?
Affleck. I did, the Jimmy Kimmel thing was hilarious. Did you see that? It's like I don't know, did they film that on site, or how did that all work? I just saw the clip. I didn't see.
I think they must have recreated that whole set, and maybe used some of the backgrounds from the movies or whatever it could. But clearly they were there. They were probably there filming with the green screen, and then they overlaid the actual movie background or something like that.
But that was funny how he's like, "Hey, you're Superman. Wait a minute. Put the phone back up. You're Batman."
My favorite part was when Lex Luthor steps in. He's like, "Oh my God, he's right. I've been in a war with a journalist all these years."
That's my main thing I'm not looking forward to. I mean, I like Jesse Eisenberg, but I don't think he's right for Lex Luthor.
It's a little strange, strange idea for that. But And I don't know. It's one thing. Of course, they're getting their ideas. I mean, Zack Snyder, the director, is getting some of his ideas from the actual comic book where this happened. The Dark Knight Returns, the final issue of that, or maybe it was the third. No, it was the final one. It was pretty much knock down, drag out. Of course, it was when they were much older and that sort of thing. But by then, and I'm sure they'll do this somewhere in the movie, Batman had, was well established that Superman had some weakness to kryptonite, so Batman had gotten a hold of some kryptonite, and he had some help from like Green Arrow, who had like one arm or whatever. So yeah, it was kind of a but he same thing like it looks like in the movie. He had this like big Iron Man type suit, which starts to get a little weird. Like, why aren't you wearing that all the time, dude? Like, you're pretty much never going to get killed if you have it. Because there's a scene I saw from a clip where Superman like throws him through a building or whatever. Batman can't survive that unless he's got the giant Iron Man suit on. So, little I was like, maybe they'll make some logic to it. Like, I can't use this suit all the time because it uses too much power or something like that. Anyway, just from the pure spectacle, to me, it looks like it'll be kind of awesome. So I'm psyched for that. Psyched for the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Civil War. I'm not super psyched for Civil War because that was a little meh on the last Captain America movie, but I think again, when you get two sides of superheroes going at it, surely it'll be cool. So.
I'm definitely looking forward to that one. All the Marvel movies, I'm a fan of. I mean, a little more than the DC. Marvel's done a much better job on that front.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, because DC just doesn't have that many movies, really. I mean, the Dark Knight series was awesome, but other than that.
Yeah, they have the Dark Knight series, and of course they also. I mean, it's not connected to the main superheroes, but I did think Zack Snyder also directed the Watchmen movie, which I was
that was cool.
So.
Yep.
Well, speaking of movies that have really high production values, we gotta set up our movie of the month or whatever. Killers from Space. I don't know. To me, killers sound more ominous when they come from space, I guess.
Yeah, I would say so.
Not quite as ominous though when they have the sort of young Frankenstein, giant eyes and little white dots in the middle. But so this is another wacky alien invasion story, and our hero Doug. They kept calling him Doc Martin. I kept thinking of Doc Martin's, what is it, shoes?
The shoes. And then, too, there was a show, Doc Martin, right?
Oh, really?
I think it was maybe on Channel 9.
Yeah, PBS.
PBS,
right, yeah, okay. So anyway, old Doc Martin gets involved in, he's like, they're doing some kind of nuclear testing, and it's like, this is like, I don't know, this is like 1950s, whatever. Apparently they're still, do they still keep dropping bombs as a test, like all through the, do we know about, I don't know.
I don't know. They may have, and maybe some like remote locations.
Certain parts, like,
I don't know.
So much radiation in here. Maybe it's bad. So somehow through all this, it's that kind of like conceit in a lot of movies where dropping nukes gets the attention of some alien race, and the aliens do have kind of a cool idea. They're like, they're using all that energy that we're like, blowing up a nuke, and they're like absorbing that energy to use. So anyway, he gets involved in some crazy adventures with aliens, and of course he gets hypnotized by them. Wacky little caper, but hope you'll enjoy Killers from Space. Oh, and it stars Peter Graves, the star of Airplane, or the pilot in Airplane. What's your vector, Victor?
Nice.
I am serious. Don't call me Shirley. Does not look like that guy at all, aside from the nose. The nose is pretty distinctive, but very young and quite handsome. So stick around for Killers from Space.
Soledad Flats, Nevada. The time, 6:15 a.m. The climax of arduous planning. Operation A-bomb test underway.
Detonation minus 2 minutes.
Military personnel, from buck private to top-ranking brass. Men from research and news services move into position. The bomb-carrying plane makes its initial run. Radar with eyes that never sleep. Special equipment go into operation. All orders are carried out with split-second precision. Warning is given to all commercial aircraft to stay out of the test area.
Detonation minus 70 seconds.
Planes take to the air, carrying sensitive instruments and nuclear scientists. ready to record the radioactivity from the closest possible vantage point.
Detonation minus 40 seconds.
The bomb-carrying plane nears the target. Tension mounts as all members of the flight crew anticipate the task to pinpoint the bomb on a tiny circle of Earth below. Now the plane wings its way toward ground zero. Warning signal is sounded. All observers prepare for the blinding flash of the bomb.
Detonation minus 20 seconds.
Command of the plane is given to the bombardier. Ground zero dead ahead. The key man now goes into action. Bomb bay doors open.
Detonation minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And this is the beginning.
Now. Have the figures ready.
Control from Tar Baby 2. Over.
Go ahead, Tar Baby 2.
We're circling ground zero at radius of 7.5 miles. Altitude 15,000 feet. Airspeed 450. Stand by.
Roger and over.
She's all yours.
This is Dr. Martin. Here are the readings. 0.378 negative, second indicator. 1.08 negative. Radiation 0.4. Over. Roger, proceed according to plan.
Wilco and out.
Take her in closer.
Okay, Dr. Martin.
We'll have to keep at least 2 miles from the center of the column. Radiation was too strong.
What's that thing shining below?
Looks like a fireball. Better check.
Dr. Martin. Dr. Martin, we're in trouble.
Pull out!
Pull out! I can't! The controls are frozen.
Tar Baby 2 from base. Come in, Tar Baby 2. Come in, Tar Baby 2. We've lost contact, sir. Baker 2, sir. Yes, sir. All patrol craft in test area. This is a Mayday. Repeat, this is a Mayday. Proceed to segment Baker 17. Search for Tar Baby 2.
Control from Tar Baby 7. Wreckage sighted southwest corner, Soledad Flats. Ship appears completely demolished. No sign of survivors. Over.
Roger, Tar Baby 7. Circle wreckage at 1000 feet until arrival of helicopter rescue unit.
Dr. Kruger, Colonel Banks speaking. Would you mind coming into my office right away, please? Thank you. As I was saying, our search planes found the wreckage of your husband's plane, Mrs. Martin. A rescue crew was sent out, but...
But they must have reached the wreckage hours ago. Why can't they find him?
I honestly don't know, Mrs. Martin. Yes, come in. Ellen.
Kurt. Colonel Banks. Isn't there any hope?
I'm afraid not, Mrs. Martin. They found the pilot dead in the wreckage. And according to all reports, no one could have bailed out. I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Martin.
Dr. Martin, are you all right?
I am, yes.
It's Dr. Martin. Call the base hospital. Come on, Doctor. Come on.
All right, look up to your right. And now look over to your left. All right, you get up now. Well, everything seems all right. Except, can't you recall anything that happened from the time your plane crashed until...
I remember the controls froze. The next thing I saw was the main gate of the base.
Your plane was completely demolished, the pilot burned to death, and you show off the picture of health. Are you sure you weren't driven here?
Positive.
You don't remember where you got this?
Mm-mm.
You know, your medical chart shows no indication of any scars on your body.
I must have got it in a crash.
Now, this was surgery. A very skillful incision.
I've never had an operation.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
Mr. Briggs. Colonel Banks. How are you, Mr. Briggs?
Fine. How are you?
Fine. I see the FBI doesn't waste much time.
Well, not if we can help it, Colonel.
Oh, you know our base surgeon, Major Clift?
Sure. How have you been, Major?
How do you do? Well, I guess you gentlemen have business to discuss.
Oh, no. This won't take a minute. Sit down.
Sit down, please, gentlemen. Cigarette.
Oh, thank you.
I understand you've already talked with Dr. Martin.
I just left him. You know, Colonel, according to my files, Dr. Martin is just about the key man on this nuclear project.
Yes, along with Dr. Kruger, he is.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know they're both good friends, and, well, both have knowledge and access to top-secret information.
Well, that's very true, but that's no reason to suspect that
we can suspect anything, Colonel, until Dr. Martin accounts for every minute from the time of the crash.
The shock must have caused a mental block. His mind doesn't want to remember the details. The origin of the scar on his chest, how he got back to the base under his own power.
Did you ever stop to think that perhaps this Dr. Martin isn't really the Dr. Martin?
What are you getting at?
What I mean is that this man could be an imposter. They did come through, huh? They do check. That's what I've been waiting for, thanks. Get me Colonel Banks to the base, please. No, I'll wait.
Oh, yes, Mr. Briggs. Any news on the line you were getting on Dr. Martin?
Just heard from Washington. Well, I was wrong. This is our man, all right. His prints and description check right down the line. Now, here's what I suggest you do.
But you say he's in excellent physical condition, yet you're keeping him in the base hospital. Why?
Mrs. Martin, you must realize that your husband is engaged in a highly secret work. If this experience had, well, affected his mind...
Are you trying to tell me that Doc is...
No. It's nothing serious, Mrs. Martin. His reflexes are excellent. Except for that one lapse of memory, his mind is perfectly clear.
Isn't that natural under the circumstances?
Yes. Except for the question of the scar on his chest.
I know he didn't have it before the crash.
Well, I'm sure he didn't, Mrs. Martin. But you see, it would be impossible for a wound of this size to have healed so quickly and without medical attention.
Well, you can't keep him here indefinitely.
Well, we don't intend to. We've asked you to come down here because we've decided to let you take him home, provided you can keep him quiet and he gets enough rest.
I understand. Now we'll just have to take that vacation he's been wanting for so long.
Vacation? To watch him, you'd think you never heard of one.
Yes, he must have asked me 100 times when the next test was scheduled. He's anxious to take his own readings again.
Well, he did have a key part in the planning of these projects.
Well, is there anything he should or shouldn't be allowed to do?
No. Except he does need diversion. Anything that won't upset or excite him.
I see. Movies, bridge, drives, things like that.
Well, you're the doctor now. Just see that he gets plenty of rest.
Thank you. Goodbye, Colonel.
Goodbye. See you later, Major.
What's the matter?
I can't sleep.
What time is it?
After 3. I think I'll get myself a glass of milk.
Squadron operation. Duty desk, please.
Helen, what did you get up for?
This is Dr. Martin calling. Who is this speaking?
Sergeant Bandero. Anything I can do for you, Doctor?
I wondered if there were any last-minute orders on another atomic test. What do you mean you can't tell me?
Sorry, sir. Regulations. I can't give out information to anyone. No, sir. It won't do you any good to come down.
All right, we'll see about that. I've got to get out to the base right away. Alan, don't you agree with me? I've spent months preparing for this series of tests, and no sergeant is going to push me around now. Well, aren't you going to say anything?
No.
Look, I know they're ready for another test, and I should be there.
Can't you understand that they don't want you around for your own good?
I don't need their sympathy. There's nothing wrong with me.
Then why are you acting this way? You're all on edge. If you don't slow down, I don't know what's going to happen.
You really believe that, don't you?
Look, Doc, if you won't take it easy for your own sake, please, do it for mine.
Time to get up.
Go away.
All right, stay in bed all day. It's almost 11 o'clock.
What'd you say?
Said it was almost 11 o'clock.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You go put the coffee on while I get dressed.
I don't care what you say. You had no right to go ahead without me. And you, Kurt, you didn't tell me either. Why?
Orders, Doug.
Orders? Nonsense. The least that could have been done would have been to let me know. I'm fine. I could have done my work.
I hate to say this, Dr. Martin, but in your present state, you're not considered a very good security risk.
Me? A security risk? My present state? What's the matter with me? How long am I to be considered?
Only temporarily. The results of the test will be available for your study when you return to work.
I am ready, Colonel.
To us, you're still a very sick man. My advice to you is to go home and relax, as you were ordered.
Relax, relax. And if I don't?
Then you'll be confined to the base hospital till you change your mind. Now, what's it going to be? Well, Doctor?
Oh, Dr. Martin. I didn't expect you back so soon.
Haven't you heard? I'm a mental case. Can't even be trusted with my own work. Nah. Liable to go berserk at any minute. Colonel Banks will fill you in on the details. Don't tell me. Let me see. You're, I know. You're Miss Vincent, the secretary I share with,
Oh, Doctor, you can't be serious. There was no one in your office, so I thought you wouldn't mind.
Oh, that's all right. It's all right. As far as I'm concerned, you can take the rest of the day off.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't really belong here. I just came in to pick up a few personal things from my desk.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Main gate, please.
Just a minute, Doctor. Main gate, Sergeant Powers. Dr. Kruger? Dr. Kruger. No, he checked out. Yeah, about 20 minutes ago. Okay. Sorry to keep you waiting, Doctor.
That's all right.
Okay, Doctor. Will you sign out, please?
We'll post a couple of men outside of Dr. Kruger's office. Give me Colonel Banks at the Officers Club.
Thank you, Doctor. Good night.
Good evening, Dr. Kruger.
Yes?
My name's Briggs. I'm from the FBI.
Briggs. Of course, I've heard of you.
I wonder if you'd mind returning to your office with me.
What seems to be the trouble?
Oh, just a few things we'd like to straighten out.
Concerns me?
Well, I'm afraid so, Doctor. And take your own car if you like. I'll meet you there.
All right, I will.
The papers seem to be intact.
Is this all classified information, Doctor?
Of course.
You know, according to security regulations, that vault should have been locked before you left.
But I'm certain I did lock it.
All right, then tell me this. Who besides yourself has access to the combination?
Well, the colonel here and Dr. Martin.
Dr. Martin. He was in the building this afternoon.
That's right. We saw him in my office. He left around 4 o'clock on orders.
He dismissed his secretary a few minutes later, but he didn't sign out of here until 20 minutes after you left.
After I did? Well, there must be some mistake. I personally checked his office just as I was leaving, and he wasn't there.
You always do that, Doctor?
No, but Dr. Martin has been acting, well, quite strange of late.
Yes, he certainly has.
His wife telephoned to say that he hadn't come home as usual. I was very much concerned about it.
So am I. He still hasn't shown up yet. What kind of pipe tobacco do you use, Dr. Kruger?
Me? Why, I don't smoke at all.
Did you, Colonel?
Cigarettes? What are you driving at?
That's funny. How long has Dr. Martin been using this brand of tobacco?
Well, I really don't know. Why?
Now, Mrs. Martin, you say you have no idea where he could be at this hour.
Well, I know he's never been this late before without telephoning.
Well, I hate to ask this, but have you ever had any suspicion that there might be another woman?
Certainly not.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Martin.
Just why are you asking me these questions?
Well, let's put it this way. Has he made any new friends lately? You know, people not in the usual group.
No, the only people we've seen in months have been connected with the Institute. Excuse me. Hello? Yes, just a moment. It's for you, Mr. Briggs.
Oh, thank you.
All units in Sector 7, Code 4. Repeating, Code 4. Be on the lookout for two-tone coupe.
License number 1W67713. Repeating, all units, Code 4. Missing, Dr. Douglas P. as in Paul Martin, male Caucasian, 32 years of age, height 6'3", weight 195 pounds, color of hair blonde, color of eyes blue. Last seen driving coupe, license number 1W67713.
Dr. Martin. What are you doing with this? Any special reason for placing it under this rock?
Why, no. Something's going on with your eyes. Hey! Ooh. Easy now. Those are some real fisticuffs.
Man, he got him.
He got you good. It's called a sucker punch. Ready for the take on Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
Peter Graves.
Ever been to a Turkish prison?
No, what's that?
That was from Airplane.
Oh,
He had like the kid up in the cockpit and was like, Johnny, you ever been to a Turkish prison? Have you ever seen a grown man naked or what? I forget what he said. Stuff like that. It was very inappropriate.
Very inappropriate. Perfectly appropriate for us.
Over there behind the pumps.
Operator, give me Crestview 95359.
All units in Sector 7, Code 4. Repeating, Code 4. Be on lookout for two-tone coupe. License number 1W67713.
Operator, you sure you're dialing the right number? Well, try it again, will you? It's my home. There ought to be someone there now.
At junction of Highway 66 and Beach. Ambulance en route. Car 17, Code 7, 4th and Roberts. Suspect may be armed. Repeating, Code 2 to all units. Dr. Douglas P. as in Paul Martin. Male Caucasian, 32 years of age. Height 6'3". Weight 195 pounds. Color of hair blonde. Color of eyes blue. Missing, Dr. Douglas P. as in Paul Martin. Male Caucasian. Repeating, Code 2 to all units. Hey, mister! Operator, give me the police, quick! Calling car 6, code 11. Come in, Briggs. Calling car 6, code 11. Code 11, Central calling. Come in, Briggs.
Hello, Central. Hello, Central. This is Briggs. Come in.
Subject, Dr. Douglas Martin, last seen en route 61, heading toward North Junction. Stopped at gas station, corner of Ridgewood and Mills Road. Acknowledge.
Roger. Briggs out.
They're going to destroy us. He's coming out of it.
It's all right, Dr. Martin. You're with friends. You'll be all right.
Now, let me go. Let me go.
Steady now, steady, Doc.
He'll kill everyone. We've got to stop now.
Easy, Doug, easy. What did you give him?
Sodium amytal.
Truth serum.
To deprive his mind of any imagination. I guess he'll make sense now. I'll get the recorder ready.
Can you hear me, Dr. Martin?
Yes.
Now listen to me. I want you to count backwards from 100. Do you understand? Backwards from 100.
100. 99. 98. 97. 96. 95. 84.
Well, you can ask him questions now.
Dr. Martin, what were you doing with the information you took from Dr. Kruger's vault?
I was delivering it.
Delivering it? But where? To the rocks in Soledad Flats?
Yes. To Soledad Flats, near where we crashed. I was delivering it, just as I was ordered.
Who ordered you to do this, Dr. Martin?
I'll tell you the whole story. I remember we were circling the atomic cloud. There was an object glowing beneath us at Soledad Flats. We were going down to investigate. Controls jammed. Couldn't pull out. When I regained consciousness, I was on a table. Next thing I knew, they were coming at me. Strange people. Their eyes, those horrible eyes. They didn't speak. I could see something strange and eerie pulsating in front of me. Then one of them lowered it toward my chest.
Western medicine's gotten a little out of hand.
Yeah.
My own heart.
That sounded like something else other than medicine. I was describing it. I don't know. Oh, they're welding it.
Thanks, Obamacare.
Yeah.
I think these are the death panels.
What is this place? Who are you? What are you doing to me?
They didn't tie him down. Well, that's rule number one.
He's not properly anesthetized? Come on. Yeah, it's not cool. Oh my God. Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark.
No. They're gonna graph something on him. It's like has the X and Y axis on it.
Your next meeting is with our plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We got a whole team just like in this.
Step forward. Dr. Martin, I see you are quite well. You have recovered from your unfortunate accident.
Who are you?
A scientist, like yourself.
Where do you come from?
From a planet, yet unknown to you.
You know my name. You speak English.
We speak every language.
Can't expect me to believe that. I'm getting out of here.
Stay where you are.
Who are you?
I have already told you that.
How did you get here?
Here. In our machines magnetically propelled across the electron bridge we have created.
Electron bridge? You mean you come and go, just like that? Without anyone ever seeing you?
Our ships have been sighted on numerous occasions by your people.
Then why haven't we been able to track one down?
We have a warning system similar to your primitive radar. Our machines are set to change course at the mere approach of a pursuing object.
Let's say I do believe you. Where are we right now?
In a cavern within the upper crust of the Earth.
How long have you been here?
Since the beginning of your experiments in nuclear fission.
What have you got to do with that?
We are accumulating the energy released with each of your atomic explosions. One moment.
No, I here virus. No virus. Pilot. No, Nino. Nino. Navasino. Scour. Casino. Valfino. How's needed.
What was that?
A report from the monitor we sent to the surface to obtain the results of your last nuclear test.
Results? They'll take days to analyze and compute.
I think you will find these figures are correct.
I can't believe it. Where is that man?
You don't recognize the area?
No.
He is in the vicinity where you crashed.
That rock was glowing.
A normal reaction in view of the amount of radiation absorbed. You have a remarkable memory, Doctor, considering the fact that you did not survive the crash.
What do you mean?
The mechanism of your heart had ceased to function. It was necessary for us to revive it. You were dead.
I was dead? So that's what they were doing. You didn't even try to help the pilot. Why did you save me?
Because we had an important need of your services.
Such as?
Look this way, Doctor. You will understand. Here, Doctor. You are the first of your world to be looking at our solar system, the Astron. This is our planet, Astron Delta. It occupies the 4th position in relation to this, our sun.
Yes, go on.
During the 23rd time rotation, our sun began to die. So, during the succeeding generations, as our planet began to cool, vegetation began to disappear. Our eyes developed to this state to combat the ever-growing darkness. We were forced to migrate.
You left your planet? Where?
We invaded these neighboring planets. They were nearer to our sun. All of us, well over 1 billion. There were feeble attempts to stop us, but we were prepared for such contingencies. And now that our sun is about to completely expire, we must move again in order to survive. Yours is the only planet in this solar system capable of supporting our civilization.
This is fantastic. Over 1 billion of you trying to come here to Earth.
We have no alternative. We have been putting our plan to work for some time. At the proper moment, the invasion will be launched from our platforms, which are being readied in space.
I think President Trump's going to have something to say about that. We are going to build a wall around our planet, and it's going to be so beautiful. And the aliens.
Yeah, the bug-eyed guys are going to pay for it.
That's right. This looks like, what is this, Deep Space Nine?
This is ridiculous.
So are those eyes.
Exactly. And guess what? If we're leery of taking the Syrian refugees, we ain't taking you either. Alien scum.
I think it's hard to trust someone who doesn't blink.
Exactly.
That's just me, though.
Or when you got the whole, one eye going in this direction, one eye going. It's like a little scary. It's kind of like the Borg. They just sort of ignore you when you're walking around there.
Yeah. And you think with those eyes, they definitely see you.
Like,
so.
hey, at least call somebody.
Yeah. I guess just let them run around the caves.
Oh no, he's walking after me. I might have to start jogging here any minute now.
Wait, now he's walking. Come on.
Don't mind me, fellas. I'm one of you. I had my eyes altered recently. Got that new operation. I'm miniaturizing. It's got a pretty cool flat screen DVD.
Really, yeah, I think that's 4K.
4K. Oh, you ain't getting out of here. That's our very sophisticated alien technology there. He's getting his cardio work in today. This is called experimenting with special effects here.
Yeah, look at that.
So they what? Mutated spiders or something?
He doesn't know either. He's confused as well. What is going on?
Never seen a spider that hairy before. So this is just, you put up a screen and the guy just stands next to the screen, right? I mean, that's how you do this?
Probably.
This is like he's playing a video game. Hunt down the humans with all my crazy animals.
Oh,
insects.
Yeah.
It's like he's playing a version of Frogger. Oh, yeah.
That was back then, and we don't have the money for special effects or the technology, so we'll just go to the lizard store.
Exactly. They're like $2.
Yeah, find whatever lizards or roaches we need.
Hey, here's a bug on the ground.
Yeah.
Here's our new star. That's kind of cool. Like crickets and grass and giant noises or mandibles and whatnot.
Whoa.
Oh, hey sir, can I get directions out of this place? He's kind of got lost. Oh, I see you. Coming on to me now. It's gross. Is that a real thing? Maybe I shouldn't have left that one room. What the hell is this? Oh, snake, okay. Think you like you?
He was just yawning. Put that roaring sound under there.
Oh, he looks like a friendly face. He looks like he can guide me out of here, maybe. Oh, okay, maybe not.
discovered our menagerie. Don't you think you will be more at ease on this side of the cage?
It's horrible. What are you doing here?
We are breeding our, shall I say, armies.
Those carnivorous insects and animals? What have you done to them?
Their growth is due to a change in their genes. With your next nuclear test, these animals will multiply at a rate beyond imagination. When the time comes, we will unleash them. They will spread to every continent and devour every living thing on the surface of the earth.
What good will that do you? How could you expect to survive better than we?
We have provided for that. No, Doctor. Look over there. We will use their bodies to fertilize the soil. Vegetation will rise up in abundance. A new era of civilization will begin.
Gamma rays?
You see, Doctor, we have arranged for everything.
Wait a minute. All this equipment?
Our nuclear storage units. To date, we have accumulated several billion electron volts as a result of your atomic explosions.
Several billion? A chain reaction at this point could release enough unstable isotopes to create a new and powerful element. Might be impossible to control.
True. An element that will never be known by your scientists. I can assure you the strength of this new element will be...
This is a powder keg. Could go off at any minute.
I assure you, Doctor, we have everything under our complete control.
What force could possibly be strong enough to harness the... You control your whole operation by electricity. Of course, no generators. That means you're getting your power from somewhere on the surface. It must be passing through here.
You have heard enough, Dr. Martin. Step inside.
All right. What do you want from me?
You will have access to advanced information relative to the time and strength of the forthcoming atomic tests.
What about it?
You will provide us with that information as soon as it is available.
I see. You're afraid of an overload. You can't tap enough electricity wherever you get it from to control a strong enough charge.
You are a clever man, Doctor. Perhaps too clever.
And what makes you think I'll give you any information?
It is the only way you can save your own life when the time comes. You will be transported to one of our platforms in space and resettled here when our operation is completed.
You're asking me to sabotage the entire world, 3 billion people.
They are doomed in any case.
Yeah? I guess there's no alternative. I'll have to do as you say.
You are lying, Doctor. Your only wish is to betray us.
No.
I know. Your thoughts have been recorded.
Lie detector?
Call it what you like. You force me to resort to other methods. I will contact our space station. You are an unwilling subject, Dr. Martin.
What? Who are you?
I am Vitala. You will listen and obey.
No,
You will listen to my orders and obey me. You will listen and obey. Listen
and obey.
You will remember nothing you have seen or heard here.
Yes.
You will obtain the data and bring it to the stone near the place where your plane was wrecked.
To the stone.
What have you seen or heard here? What have you seen or heard here?
Nothing.
Repeat my orders.
I will obtain the data and bring it to the stone. Well, that's what I did. I took the information to where they told me. I didn't realize I was being mesmerized. Why doesn't somebody say something? Don't you believe me? Kurt, you understand. These giant animals breeding by the millions, they'll devour everything unless we stop them.
Of course, Doug, we will.
Colonel, you've got to arrange to set off another bomb tonight. The strongest charge we have. They're beneath the ground with all their equipment. We can blow them to pieces.
Now, wait a minute.
A strong charge will overload their units. You don't believe me, Colonel? Major? Kurt?
Of course we do. Easy, Doug, easy.
You think I'm crazy, all of you. Well, I'm not. Do you understand? Everything I said is true. I saw it with my own eyes.
Give me a hand, Doug.
Now, let me go. Let me go.
Steady, steady, steady. Take it easy now. Take it easy. We'll talk this whole thing over.
What are you doing to me now?
And just rest quietly. That's it.
Mrs. Martin should be along any minute now. She went for their car. What'll I tell her?
Well, he's in a state of shock. Tell her he's resting quietly.
If you'll excuse me, I think I better wait for her at the information desk.
Well, Dr. Martin seems to be indestructible, except for those hallucinations.
Those weren't hallucinations, Colonel. Under the influence of sodium amytal, a patient loses all control of his imagination.
Well, then he shouldn't be able to fabricate those stories.
That's right.
Major, you're not trying to tell us that everything he said was true.
Look, gentlemen, I can only give you the medical facts. As for the rest, you'll have to decide for yourself. Excuse me, please.
Good evening, Dr. Kruger. Chilly, isn't it?
Oh, Mr. Briggs, you startled me. I didn't expect to see anyone here.
Well, neither did I, Doctor.
Well, I suppose you want me to explain why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to believe Doug. We've worked together a long time. Anyway, I just had to come out here and check for myself.
Check what, Doctor?
For an entrance or an exit to the caverns he described.
I'm afraid you're wasting your time. Have a cigarette, Doctor?
No, thank you.
See, we've already covered the entire area. We couldn't find a thing.
Then, what about that scar? I'd like to see you disprove that.
Oh, Mrs. Martin.
Oh. How is he, Doctor?
Oh, he's resting fine. I think he'll be all right. How's the car? keep away from me. Keep away, I said. Let me go. They're after me. Nobody's after you, Dr. Martin. Keep away.
Doc, he's trying to help you.
I don't need the help. I want to see Kurt right away.
Now, you control yourself. And I'll call him just as soon as you get back to your room.
Now, you get back into bed and I'll call Dr. Kruger. I've got to figure something out before he gets here. Need a pencil, some paper, and a slide rule.
I'll see that you get it. Oh, can I have Dr. Kruger, please? Dr. Kruger speaking. Oh, yes, Major. How is he? All right, I'll be over in a few minutes.
Doug. 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 Kurt.
Ellen, I got here as soon as I could. Is there anything wrong?
He's much better. Imagine he's even started working. He asked for paper and a slide rule.
That's interesting. Wonder what he's up to.
Formulas, equations. Anyway, whatever he says, pretend to agree with him. Major Cliff's orders.
Of course.
Doug. Doug, Kurt's here.
Hello, Doug. Just a second, I'm almost finished.
I'll take your hat.
Thank you. Kurt, let's face it. I know that you all think there's something wrong with me.
No, of course not.
No, I wouldn't blame you after the story I told last night.
Well, frankly, you did have us a little worried, asking that a bomb be dropped because of what you said.
You don't believe me either. Kurt, I tell you, I've been there. I've seen what they're doing, breeding animals into carnivorous monsters. But I don't need a bomb to stop them. I've figured it out. It's all here. Now, look. Here's the nuclear strength of our last test. And this is the amount of electricity needed to control it.
Let me see that.
I had to estimate the conversion rates of their transformers.
These figures are correct. Such transformers must operate on a constant supply of electricity. Where could they get that much electric power?
Only one way. They must tap it from the main lines at the powerhouse. Could do it by parallel induction. Nobody'd ever know the difference. All we have to do is to cut it off.
Cut off the power? We can't do that. It would cause untold damage for miles around. Such a power stoppage must be planned in advance.
8 to 10 seconds, that's all I need. That gap in supply will short out their resistors and the whole thing will go up. But you won't go along with that. No, not you.
Doug, get back in bed.
There's the car keys. There's
now, look, you're carrying this
out of my way.
Doug!
Please call the main gate and try to stop Dr. Martin.
Doug took the car. Hurry.
Dr. Martin! Stop! Stop!
He did what? How long ago? Right, we'll leave immediately.
What's wrong, Colonel?
Dr. Martin. He's on his way to the powerhouse, wants to cut off the power supply.
Let's go.
I couldn't stop him, Doctor. He went that way.
You'll never catch me. Yeah. I park whatever the hell I want. That is a really dedicated parking guy. You know, like, I'm gonna chase this dude down. He ain't getting away with it. Not just gonna write a ticket, put it on his car. No, sir. I'm not gonna get him towed. I'm chasing him down.
Okay, you run up the stairs. I'll look here.
There's his car. Come on, hurry.
He isn't back there. Let's go.
Where's the driver of this car? He went into the building.
Stairs. Where are the main switches?
Hey, what's the matter with you? You sleepwalking or something, mister?
Where are the switches that control the Soledad Flats area? I said, where are they? This way. Oh.
Control room. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Come on, show me those switches. Come on.
All right.
Cut that power.
Now, look, mister, be reasonable.
I said cut it. Now the next one. Next. Go on.
That'll turn the power off for 100 miles.
Do as I say. Here it is. Stay where you are. Put down that gun, Dr. Mutt. I'm warning you, Colonel. Come any closer and I'll kill you. Now the next one. What's this one?
That's the master switch.
Cut it.
Doug, please, don't.
I said cut it. Get back or I'll kill him. Go on, get back. Go on, get back.
Do as he says.
Give me 10 seconds after I cut the power. If I'm insane, nothing will happen and you can do what you want with me. But if I'm right... Now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over here.
Soledad Flats, right in the button.
Just as he said.
He blew them to pieces.
Well, Earth is saved from a timely power outage. I like how he's got the guy like he's like got the expert like, okay, turn off that switch, turn off that switch. He's like, I gotta go turn off that switch. It's like, you could just keep turning. Yeah. Tell me which one it is. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it. But so, alien invasion. You got a favorite alien invasion flick?
Let me think. Mars Attacks? No.
No, that's kind
got
of like in the vein of this. The aliens look so silly in this that it's almost like, were they going for comedy? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the next Independence Day.
Oh yeah.
Over the summer, I think, right? So.
Exactly. Yeah. That took quite a while for that to get back.
It really did. I'm surprised that they're doing another one, but.
I like the conceit that since they had access to all the alien technology, they blew up in the first movie. They built up their own U.S. or whatever world forces in case the aliens ever come back. But it's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be. I think War of the Worlds, the Spielberg thing with
Tom
Cruise.
I think that was actually. Yeah, I would say that. Overall, that was great until, I mean, the
little
way,
anticlimactic.
Yeah, right. I mean, we killed them because they drank our water.
That was the common cold or something.
Something like
the virus.
But overall, yeah, I mean,
no, the water was Signs.
Oh, was it?
That was with Mel Gibson, right? Where threw water on them and they're like. But in War of the Worlds, it was like they just started spontaneously like dying off or their ships crashing because they were taken out by some like the virus, like the rhinovirus or kind of common cold.
Right, but I thought didn't they get that from like drinking the water here
could
and
be.
Stuff like that?
I thought it was just. Oh yeah, you're right. Where would they get it? They get it from somewhere. Either way, they somehow it was just a virus that took them out. I do remember in Signs though, it's like, oh, you're throwing water. That's like acid to them.
Yeah. Then they came to the wrong planet.
Exactly.
That's the case.
Yeah. Did you scan? Did you run any scans here? So, anywho, our evil whatever, I can't remember where they're from, Astron or something, aliens foiled by a, like I said, timely power outage. Gotta love it. So, yeah, I love it. Apparently, I mean, I think the viewer might not get this from just watching it. So the idea is, if you shut off, they're not only stealing our nuclear energy, they're stealing our electrical energy off the grid to control the machine that manages the nuclear energy. So if that machine's not powered well enough, then the nuclear energy gets unhinged, and then it's like, so you basically win by having them accidentally send off a nuke right in the middle of their whole. I love that. I was like, let's look out a window. Here comes mushroom clouds. Surely this window will provide plenty of shielding from all that radiation. Let's do like Indiana Jones did and get inside a refrigerator.
Yeah, that'll save you. Those were lined with lead. So
exactly.
That's what happened there.
Which Superman cannot see through. So little tip for you, Batman.
Yeah.
Just get inside a refrigerator. Be like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? All right, folks. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Popcorn. And till next time, keep poppin', Colonel.